Welcome to the fourth in the series on the North American Membership Initiative, Build Success. Each of you have already worked so hard to build your team, to come together and build your vision, and many of you have had a difficult time of building the vision because of the COVID-19 pandemic and the way that we had to change things from meeting face-to-face to meeting online. And we so much appreciate your efforts as you have worked so hard to build that vision for your district. And then you've invest your time and your energy with all of your district leaders to build a plan. And tonight, we're going to talk about building success. It's so important that we begin now to focus on the success, because when we get to June 30th of 2021, we want to make sure that each of our district governors have really done a great job and moved forward. We're going to take and just briefly look at the North American Membership Initiative. We're going to talk for just a little bit about your team operations and how your team is going to work together to build the success. We're going to talk about communication and the value of communication and what we have found from our 9 pilot districts across the United States and Canada. And finally, we're going to talk about result tracking, because it's so important that we not only have a goal, but we know how far we are from that goal and what we must do and what adjustments must be made in order for us to achieve that goal. You know, several have asked why. Why are we so focused on this North American Membership Initiative? Why is membership so important? Let me tell you that membership is what drives our service. You know, we all look back to 1925 when Helen Keller walked onto the stage and challenged to become Knights of the Blind. But that wasn't the beginning of our service. Our service began in 1917 when clubs began to form and when they began to make a difference in their community. And for the last 95 years, we've answered the challenge of Helen Keller, but we've expanded our vision to include pediatric cancer and diabetes, environment and the world hunger. And as we take on more and more responsibility in our communities, it's so important that we have enough hands to help us to achieve our purpose. It's so important that we have a legacy of service, but more importantly, that we continue that legacy of service. We put smiles on the faces of so many countless people around the world. We brought hope to the hopeless, and people can see clearly now. They can see clearly not only because we've helped them with their physical sight, but we've helped them with their vision for a better tomorrow and a better community. And it's that legacy that we're driving home with this North American Membership Initiative. Briefly, the North American Membership Initiative started about 16 months ago now, with 9 pilot districts all coming together to take the same steps as what you've taken. They built a team, they built a vision, they built a plan, and they've built success. And we know that there's been some times during this last 16 months that some of our pilot districts have taken a deep breath and said, why are we not getting where we want to go as quickly as we want to get there? And we're going to talk about some of that in the next few minutes, because there's going to be times in this next year that you and your district governor team and your North American Membership Initiative team ask ourselves why. And we're going to tell you how to overcome that why, how to find that answer, how to put that smile on your face, how to reach deep within you and take that next step towards success. The North American Membership Initiative has one objective, and that is to grow members in Constitution Area 1 and 2. That's North America. We're going to grow members in North America, not for the sake of having more members, but for the sake of providing more service. We're going to do that by rejuvenating districts with new clubs. We're going to revitalize clubs with new members, and we're going to remotivate the members we already have with new fellowships and exciting service. And really, those new fellowships have taken on a whole new meaning now, because we see so many Lions clubs, so many groups of Lions meeting and coming together using Zoom and GoToMeeting and GoToWebinar and interacting in new and exciting ways without ever leaving their home. You've gone through the North American Membership Initiative process. You've opted in for success, and we appreciate that. 83% of the clubs out there have said, yes, I'm on the team to win. We've built our teams. We've found lions that we didn't even know wanted to volunteer in our district, and they've stepped up to help us to build a vision. They've stepped up to help us build a plan, and they're going to be on our team and celebrate with us when we build success. Many of you have already built your district teams, and this is just a sample because this process is club and district oriented, meaning that your district team is designed by your district because you know what is needed more than anyone else. We do suggest that you have a team that focuses on new clubs because it's so important that if we're going to be successful here in North America, that every district form at least one new club between July 1st of 2020 and June 30th of 2021. And there's going to be incentives to help you to reach deep within you and form those clubs early. Because what we have found is when we form clubs early, we find excitement, we find enthusiasm, we build on that success. We're also going to have a team that focuses on bringing new members into existing clubs. There's so many great ways to do that, and your club and your district has already talked about that as you built your vision. What's the best way for us to accomplish that in our district? We need a team that's going to focus on membership satisfaction, making sure that the members we have are engaged, they're engaged in service, they're engaged with one another, they're happy with their club, they're happy with their district, and they're satisfied with what Lions Clubs International is doing for them and the benefits that we provide. And that fourth area is going to be leader support, because as we move through this, there's going to be some training needs. We need to equip our Lion volunteers to be more successful. And this focus area 4 is going to do that training. They're going to hold our webinars. They're going to go out to the clubs. They're going to hold hands. They are going to help us by providing the tools and resources we need to be successful. At your Build a Vision meeting, each district decided how many clubs they were going to charter. Each district decided how many new members they were going to induct, and each district decided how they were going to reduce the number of Lions that left. I hope, our prayer is that we, the Global Action Team, and the area leaders across North America can help each district to form at least one new club, that we can help each district reduce the number of Lions that leave by 5%, and that each district will induct 5% more Lions than what they did last year. Because when we do that, we're going to see our service expand. You also then began to build a plan. In each of the 4 focus areas, you have action plans that lead you toward meeting your goals. And we're so excited for all that's going on and everything that you're accomplishing in those action plans. Those action plans are somewhat fluid because as we go down the road, there's going to be some detours. There's going to be some potholes. There are going to be some roads that are closed and some opportunities that don't avail themselves. And we're going to be flexible enough because leaders are flexible. They have integrity, they have honesty, but they have clear vision. And they know that we sometimes have to step aside and make adjustments in order to reach our goals. Plans are only good intentions unless they immediately degenerate into hard work. Peter Drucker shared that idea with us. And isn't that so true? That the plans that we have today, we need to roll up our sleeves and go to work in order to make them more effective for the future. We're building success. We're building success, and let's move into team operations. How is our team going to work together in order to achieve our purpose? New clubs, new members, happy, excited, membership satisfaction, and the resources we need in order to achieve our purposes. First off is we need to begin now to plan a monthly check-in meeting with our district governor team, with our global action team, with our committee chairs, with our zone chairs, or whoever that you believe is necessary in order for you to find success in your district. Because who is in charge of your district? You are. And this is district centered. And so you decide how often that you need to meet. Might we suggest to you that when you do meet, that you look over your goals and your numbers and you chart your progress. You talk about what's been done and what's been accomplished. What's the next step in your action plan? What are the needs and the issues and the concerns, and how that we can find the resources to do things, update our plans, talk about upcoming communications, and most importantly, let's celebrate our successes all along the way. You know, it is so important that we take and communicate. The one lesson that we have learned from the 9 pilot districts is those districts which regularly communicated with one another month in and month out found success at much greater rates than those who did not. And we saw those districts that started out gung-ho, talking, and then they got real comfortable when they started hitting the benchmarks and reaching their goals, and they quit talking. And then we saw them take 2 or 3 steps back. And so not only do we need to start strong, we need to finish strong in our communications. You as a district will need to ask yourselves who is going to lead these check-in meetings. Is it going to be the district governor, a vice district governor? Is it going to be the North American Membership Initiative champion for your district? Is it going to be a rotating basis among the 4 focus area chairmen? How will these meetings be conducted? Will they be in person? Will they be on Zoom? Will they be on a teleconference? Where and how? What day and time is most convenient for your team? And who's going to send the invitations, the reminders, and pick up the phone and call? Who's going to record the meetings and share it with those that weren't able to make those meetings? And any other considerations that you might have in your district need to be discussed with your North American Membership Initiative team early on, because when we have planned to be successful and we follow our plan to be successful, we are going to be successful. I'm so excited that you are beginning to now lay that foundation for success. Now, also, that with that foundation of success means from time to time there's going to be an opportunity to take a step back and say, why did that not work as well as we thought it would be? And listen to the team and make adjustments, because as we begin to talk collectively, the team is much more capable of finding the solution than any one member of the team. Yes, and yes, that's a great idea, and we might improve upon it by. That's the type of open communication that we hope that every district and every district team finds, because it's so important for us to be flexible, to make those adjustments. Sort of like a football game at halftime. If that football coach is behind at halftime and goes in the locker room, makes no adjustments, he's going to get to the end of the game and he most likely will have lost. But it's the coach that goes into the locker room at halftime that talks with his players about the things that went well and the things that they can improve on, makes some adjustments, announces those adjustments to the team, and then goes out and executes those plays, who has an opportunity and most often wins the game, because they have taken and collectively decided there's a better way. And each month when you meet, you need to be asking yourself, is there a better way? Is there something that we can do collectively as a team which will lead us to greater success? I believe there is. Also, there's going to be opportunities to add, because some of you said, I'm going to start one new club, and you get that done by August or September. And somebody says, how about this community over here? Can we go try it? We're going to add that second and that third club to our action plan. We're going to have something that's going on, and we're going to take and decide, we need to pause that one for just a second. Let's reshuffle our priorities just a little bit. We're going to do that because we have new information, because maybe we had unsatisfactory results and we need to put it on pause till we figure out how to turn that negative into positive. And we will have completed some actions, because we're going to be communicating. We're going to be talking. We're going to be working together. You know, there was a catcher on my son's baseball team, and after every pitch, he would stand up, he'd throw the baseball back to the pitcher, and he would announce to every player on the field, focus, this is the pitch that wins our game. And each month when you come together and you communicate, focus, because it's this month, this idea, this action that will win the game come June 30th. And you know, we cannot just simply have plans and have actions and not tell anyone about it. We must find every opportunity possible to communicate what we've done, what we're doing, and what our goals are. Your district newsletters, your district conventions, your cabinet meetings, emails to each individual member, your district websites, your social media, your webinars, your training events, your zone meetings, your club meetings. Wherever there's 2 or 3 lions gathered, we should be talking about the North American Membership Initiative, what our district goals are, the vision for a better tomorrow that we've developed, what our plan of action is, and what success looks like. Because when we do that, what we're going to find is that everyone is going to share our excitement. They're going to share our enthusiasm. They are going to take and become engaged in what we're doing. You know, now's the time that you as a district governor team, you as a North American Membership Initiative team, begins to ask yourself, who needs to know about what we're doing? Of course, the clubs need to know, and our zones need to know. Everyone in the district needs to know. We need to be talking about it with our multiple district at our Council of Governors meetings. We need to talk about it with our Global Action Team members, whether that's on the district or the multiple district level. We need to be engaging past district governors and our past international directors and our past presidents. They're not there just to sit idly by, but they're there to engage, to bring their wealth of knowledge to the table, and let them help us to execute our plans and to build that success. Our IDs, our international directors in North America are so important. Not only important to your district if they live in your district, but they're important to every district that they visit and every district that they communicate with. And together we are going to build a network of individuals that know what our plans are, what our goals are, what we've accomplished to this point, what the next step is, and what success looks like. Is so important. It's also important that we take and we deliver this concept to the clubs. You know, it's at the club level that members join. It's at the club level that service is provided. It's at the club level is where we'll find our next leaders in this association. And it's also at the club level that we must keep them informed about what's going on and how that they're an integral part of our success. We've got to send zone chairmen and district governor team members and North American Membership Initiative team members to these clubs to excite them. We've got to maintain their interest by continually engaging them. And we've got to recognize the great work that they're doing. when clubs are engaged in their zones, when zones are engaged in their district, and when districts are engaged in their multiple districts, there is no way that we can fail. Do you believe that you can go and talk with your clubs, that you can tell them about the great things that are going on? You can get them excited about bringing members into their club. You can help to enhance the membership satisfaction in each club so that we can, in fact, increase the number of people brought in by 5%, that we can decrease the people leaving the back door by 5%. We can start new clubs and new communities, and we can celebrate membership growth, which then translates into expanded service opportunities. We've got to start at the club level, and we've got to take and inform them and engage them. Will you do that for us? Will you ask your zone chairman, your zone chairs, to go into the clubs and share a positive message that we, the Lions of North America, have joined arms, and even in the midst of a crisis, we are marching forward, serving in new and exciting ways. And once you've been there, you can't stop. You're going to have to continue to communicate with them. And on this slide, it talks about monthly emails, monthly emails, monthly emails. But let me tell you, there's so many more ways to communicate. There's those personal visits. There's those one-on-one telephone calls to club leaders. There's the webinars and the training that your district can have. There's so many ways, but it must be planned, and it must be put on a calendar, and it must be done, because communication is the only thing that takes us from where we were to where we want to be. Because if we keep doing things the way we've always done them, we're going to continue to get the same results. And to be quite honest, communication is one of those things that in the past we have not done well, but we're going to fast forward it. We're going to focus on communication, and we're going to pick up the support of every Lion in our district with our communication plan. There's a sample club officer update that talks about the goals, what we've accomplished, what's the plans, and what help is needed from those clubs. This can be found at lionsclubs.org/NAMI, N-A-M-I, under the resource tab, because Lions Clubs International is not going to tell you everything that you need to do, because this is district and club centered, but we have provided a variety of tools that can help you to be successful if you'll just go and look and use. And if you can't find something you need, ask your multiple district global action team or your global action team area leader where to find these resources. And soon there will be a Facebook group, the North American Membership Initiative Facebook group, which will be managed by a global action team area leader with the skills to allocate and identify the resources and the tools that you need. We're so excited. We're going to support you at every turn in every way. And then most important, it's time to share success. You're going to have clubs that have become extremely successful in some project or some membership growth event, and you need to share those successes. Let's brag on them. Capture those pictures and those short videos and share them on your Facebook, share them on in your newsletter, share them electronically and in your emails, because the more that we can share the successes, the more that we're going to take and pick up the support that we need. Share them in your newsletters, document the how-tos. Let some of your Lions do short videos, your Lions clubs that says, this is what we did, this is how we did it, this is how you too can share in our success. And finally, we need to know where we are. It's like driving down the interstate. We take and look at those mile markers to know how far we are from the exit where we're getting off, how far we are from home. And each time that you meet together, you'll need to look and ask yourselves, where are we in comparison to where we want to be. One of the tests of leadership is the ability to recognize a problem before it becomes an emergency. Arnold Glasgow tells us that. And when we're having these monthly meetings and we're comparing where we want to be to where we are, there's going to be some telltale signs that shows us that we need to do something different in one of these 4 areas. And before it becomes an emergency, before we get to June 15th and say, oh, we're going to miss our goal, let's make those adjustments. There's plenty of membership progress reports at lionsclubs.org under reports for your district that you can find. You've also got the cumulative reports, you've got the district health reports, a lot of different reports that you can look at that will help you to chart your course to success. And finally, in development now is a goals dashboard where that your district goals will be listed there. Your progress toward those goals will be charted for you in one easy spot. You can look and see how you're doing and what progress you're making. You know, we're all in this together. No club is in the same boat, but we're all in the same storm. We have all the same challenges when it comes to membership, when it comes to service, when it comes to leadership, when it comes to finding resources. And we, the Global Action Team, we're here to help. But it's not just the Global Action Team. It's a staff of over 350 at Lions Clubs International Oak Brook that know where the resources are, and they're glad to help you with those resources. It's the Young Lions Task Force that has started putting on the symposiums that we have and doing a fantastic job of talking about how the young lions can lead us into the next century of service. And then we have a vast amount of experience with past presidents, past directors, past council chairs, past district governors. And it's time that we embrace their legacy, that we embrace their knowledge, and we find ways to help them, to help us, to serve better than we've ever served. And when you come together as your council of governors, your district governors need not be shy. Some of the best advice you can get will come across the table from one of your fellow district governors. We're on this journey together. And although currently we're social distancing, we're still all headed in the positive direction, working together and making sure that no one is left behind. What's the next step? The next step is to take action on your action plans. Write those initial communications and put together your communication calendar and begin your monthly meetings. Because when you do that, you're going to find that success is yours for the taking. Thank you so very much. I know that each of you are ready to seize success because you've opted in, you've put your team together, you've built a vision for a better tomorrow, and you have built a plan. And now let's all roll up our sleeves. Let's all go to work and let's find success. Thank you.